Hey, Battle Bill here with another video. In today's video, your boy is spicing it up, trying something unique-ish in the Fossil Cup meta, because we got this meta for 2 weeks now, and honestly, the only way that it's going to be tolerable throughout that time is to try some fun picks and hopefully have some success. And boy, oh boy, did I pop off with Shadow Gary in the lead, breathing all over our ops, and then we got Shadow Poliwrath on the save swap, power up punching, pupping through everything. And when I say pupping through everything, like I swear. As always, this is my second straight upload. Whoop-de-doo, Battle Bill, big YouTuber, back at it. Drop a like, a comment, subscribe, goes a long way. I love you, I appreciate you. Let's see how these battles continue to go. Well, we want to get that Poliwrath on the Magnezone in this match. Unfortunately, not going so hot. We've got to go Lysopod on the Poliwrath, and I make a bit of a mistake here. I should have just gone straight pup from the get-go. In my brain, I'm like, let me debuff the Golisopod, not really because of Shadow Claws, but because of the Aerial Aces. But then I'm like, Aerial Ace is super effective. This is Great League. The thing's killing me no matter what. So, and then I just spent more energy, basically, by throwing an Icy Wind, and I'm doing less damage because I didn't boost my own attacks. But thankfully, doesn't come back to bite me. We still punch through the bug. The Magnezone comes back, and we punch through that because Poliwrath got that 1 HP in a dream, baby, and we absolutely cooked there. Would have cooked a little bit quicker and easier if I just straight up pup from the get-go, but it's totally fine. On to the next match. When I tell you that Shadow Poliwrath with Power Up Punch is a goddamn Lantern counter confirmed, I swear to you it is. Our op had no idea what to do. They saw the pup, they're like, wait a minute, I'm gonna lose this matchup. I gotta bring in something that should hopefully be a counter. Escav is not a counter. Poliwrath's pups are building its attack. I got Shield there, I got Switch there, and I'm still doing damage to the Lantern. We're gonna punch through this a bit, and once that switch is flipped, we got Ferrothorn in the back, whipping up all the water types with its grass type damage. We can literally eat all the damage possible that Lantern's gonna throw at us, so we got no concerns whatsoever. We're gonna go for the farmiest farm down that you've ever seen between any two Pokemon in a Go Battle League match. We power whipping the hell out of this, and then they come in with their own Ferrothorn and go, oh snap, because you know, when I swap, you swap, just like that. When I swap, you swap, just like that. So I'm concerned because honestly, Thunder one-shots me, but I'm also a Shadow Gyarados in the Great League. So like Power Whip almost basically one-shots me, does like 70%, which with these Bullet Seeds is going to take out the remainder of my health. So I just got to make sure I throw on Immaculate Timing, because if I do not throw on Immaculate Timing, I'm going to give him a free Bullet Seed, and it's going to be nothing but pain for the rest of this match. We get off the second crunch, we got the shield on the first one, the next one takes out their remaining health, they come in with the Lantern, and Gyarados, it's not taking double super effective damage from the electric moves. It's actually a Lantern counter confirmed. Into the next match, beautiful lead, amazing swap, gorgeous. We want to make sure we throw on the best timing possible. As always, when you're a 2-turn move against a 3-turn move, you want to throw on 1-4-7. When you're a Dragon Breather and you're a 1-turn move, just like, don't be bad like me. I throw like 1 Dragon Breath instead of 2 because I don't trust the visuals of this mobile game. This mobile game is beyond scuffed, and it has inhibited my thought process in how to properly battle. But that's besides the point. We obliterate the Ferrothorn. We did give up a shield. We're now obliterating the Poliwrath. They're gonna have to throw their energy. We basically almost took it out completely, so well worth it, that shield. They Icy Wind, doesn't even kill us. They had to then pivot and lock their Lantern into the Ferrothorn. They top left. GG's, easiest claps in my life. On to the next match. So as you can see, even when the leads aren't great, things are still going great. Now here, I make a mistake. Gyarados against Ferrothorn, not an amazing matchup, but you gotta play it out. You gotta pray and hope for the best. Thankfully, with Ferrothorn save swap, as much as Poliwrath is punching the living hell out of me, I'm able to get a shield, and I'm able to get some of their energy. They don't have pup, so that is also kind of nice. So they're not doing extra damage when my Gyarados comes back in. And now I'm kind of just trying to do my best and make up the ground of that really bad swap. They're going to throw Icy Wind, and as you can see, that is a non-stab neutral move. That does a lot of damage, and these punches still hurt even though they're resisted. So shout out to Shadow Gyarados being literal paper mache. We've basically lost our entire Gary, and their last Pokemon is a Quaquaval. Now, I would have won this match if I just played out the lead. Quaquaval could have lined up with the Ferrothorn. My Poliwrath could have been on their Poliwrath. Also, I could have pumped my way through their entire back line, because even though Quaquaval's got the super effective moves, it does not have the flying typing. So these punches are still hurting it, and we're getting quite close to taking it out. But unfortunately, you see, their last Mon, well, their last Mon, this was their lead Mon. This is the Ferrothorn, and I have no shield. So once they get there, I'm cooked. Ferrothorn, I'm gonna whip Poliwrath into oblivion. Timer was not up. I was gonna try a last ditch effort and go for the catch, but unfortunately was unable to. We get Bullet Seeded down, and that's GG's. We lose that match because of my own fault, not the team's, surprisingly. Next match, we've got a good lead here, but we still got to be careful. It's awkward. The Dragon Breaths add up, but all of our charge moves are resisted. Thankfully, the Poliwrath wants to commit to the matchup, so they will typically shield just because they know that the Dragon Breaths are going to add up, and they don't want to take any additional chip damage, especially because they love to throw Icy Wind, so they always want to, you know, make sure they shield the first move because that does the most damage. Then our opponent does an amazing swap here. We get our Poliwrath lined up with the Ferrothorn. Want to be careful about the timing I throw on. Do not want to give them any free bullet seeds. So we can hopefully punch through the Ferrothorn. They decided not to shield, and we're able to just get that last punch in to take it out. They come back in with their Poliwrath, and we're sitting pretty, worth the shield. Poliwrath's got a good chunk of health left, and they should be like almost energy dry. No, I'm forgetful. I'm bad. I don't remember things. They swapped after. They got a bunch of energy, so they dynamic punch us. Excuse me, I apologize, but it's okay because the Poliwrath is still almost dead. They come in with their Lantern. We throw a little crunchy munchy, hoping for the debuff. Debuff doesn't really matter. Ferrothorn absolutely walls the living hell out of Lantern. So that's why Ferrothorn is just so crucial for this meta, because everybody and their goddamn mother is running Lantern. Even my main meta team from the last video, running Lantern. Don't blame people. It's a good mom. I decided to like undercharge it because I'm worried that the Poliwrath has too much health. But then I see the Poliwrath and I'm like, oh, I could just get rid of the Lantern anyway and Bullet Seed it down. Either way, I was gonna try to like make sure I had two of them so I can get budget down. I was overcomplicating my win con basically. On to the next match. We've got our Gary against their regular Poliwrath. They decide not to shield, but because of that, even with their debuff, I should be able to Dragon Breath them down. So they decide to pivot, and then we swap into a Ferrothorn to match their Mudboy. And this is actually like an awkward-ish matchup because we're down a shield. So we're gonna eat some neutral Mud Bombs. As much as we're doing a bunch of double super effective damage with our Power Whips, they're getting to the Mud Bombs fast. We're taking forever to get to these Power Whips, and the Bullet Seeds are not like, you know, adding up in the way that we'd like. I also could have thrown on better timing. Should have done one Bullet Seed and then thrown, but my excuse for that was I was not expecting them to commit bolt shields here. So I was basically like, screw timing, it doesn't matter, they're gonna die, let's leave with as much energy as possible. And then they didn't die, and I was like, oh, well, that's kind of regrettable. But it's fine. We still have a shield advantage. We still have a decent answer to the Quagsire in the back in our Poliwrath. We can eat a Mud Bomb, hopefully punch down, or they'll get our shield if they get to another Mud Bomb. We are going for that punch down, and they just get to their last Mud Bomb just in time. Very unhappy. Don't love that, but they come with their Poliwrath. We're gonna pup it because I have zero idea where their energy's at. I have the shortest term memory in the history of every Go Battle League player in the world. Thankfully, they died there. They decided the top left, whatever their last Mon was going to get absolutely curb stomped by the Poliwrath. Next match, great lead. They swap, great swap. Can't draw this up any better. Gyarados, just like any other water flyer, absolutely walls a Escavalier because Escavalier can't hit it with the counters. The Aerial Aces do nothing, and then of course the drill runs from Escavalier are double resisted. We also love how much damage that Power Whip did because they can barely do any damage to us. We're gonna get a boatload of farm here, fully expecting the Escavalier to come in and try and farm us down. But at the very least, when that happens, we're gonna get off a Thunder, which will either do a huge chunk of the Escav's health or it'll grab a shield. So we're going for our first Thunder here. Does not get a shield, which is amazing. We just get to a Power Whip in time. Surely they lost track of my count. Hopefully they shield this. That would be even better. Can't draw it up any more perfect myself. Have shield advantage. Escav's almost dead. We can eat an Aerial Ace, no problem. No problem's a strong word. I should have went for the Dragon Breath farm down. That's also a bit of a throw on my end. I did not remember their count, and now I highly regret it. If I go for the Dragon Breath farm down, I definitely get off at least one crunch on the Jellicent, and I'm not relying on my fighter to punch down a ghost. My opponent almost throws this though, which is pretty amazing. Okay, listen, I get it. I'm trying to punch a ghost here. I should have top left it a while ago. But I have cope because they're just going straight serve. They're not even trying to throw shadow balls. I didn't really realize the first time. I thought maybe I just missed the hex because this game is so quality. But no, they're just like straight up going serve. And I'm like, I'm going to try my best to play this out and in hopes they'll be able to punch them down. I think at this point, the last pup I threw, I should have maybe thrown an Icy Wind. And I think I decided to throw an Icy Wind here. And actually, I don't remember. What do I do here? I know like I aimed for like, okay, no, I did not. I felt like I should have done Icy Wind at some point because Icy Wind is single resisted, would have done more damage than my pups. My hope was to get the 2 pups, get their shields, take them out type beat, and I just barely got outpaced. I'm wondering if 2 Icy Winds in that situation would have gotten the job done, but maybe the punches don't add up because they're not boosted and the Icy Winds don't do enough damage because they're like single boosted. I probably lose regardless, so that could have also been an alternate way to play that out. But I should have won the match. That's the point. I should have won the match. Should have farmed down the Escath. Should have at least got the Aqua Tail off instead of just going for the crunch. A lot of mistakes made. Not the team's fault. User error. Driver, not car. That's usual battle build way. On to the next match. We've got ourselves with Gary up against a Ferrothorn. Okay, listen, man, listen. They didn't need to throw Thunder there. But we get a fantastic pivot there, and now we have a Lantern lined up with our Ferrothorn. Our only concern is that their last Mon might also counter our Poliwrath. Again, that lead matchup, they baited me. I thought I missed a bubble, and I was hoping it was another power I'd survive barely and get off a move. It is what it is. A lot of user error, but again, mainly I blame the game. That's my cope. I stand by it. Game's fault, not mine. Can't see anything, even when it's right in front of my face. They come back in with their Ferrothorn. We're going to be chucking Thunders because that's just a better move to throw. We go for the snipe, we pull it off, and then we hope that the last Pokemon is beatable. And boy, oh boy, are we in the exact same circumstance as the last match. Isn't this something? We debuff this time because obviously they're going to want to go for the Shady Bee. I go for the double debuff because my hope is that if I debuff them enough, Ferrothorn's able to survive and then take them out. I'm also hoping that I'll survive a Shadow Ball here and then be able to punch them and before they can hex me down. So basically, that's my logic. Also, obviously, Icy Wind is only single resisted, Pup is double resisted. So I'm trying to learn my lesson from the last match in hopes that I can Bullet Seed all the way down. They're going to get off a move that I kind of like inadvertently caught. I was like, maybe it's Surf and that would do like no damage. It's not. It's Shadow Ball. I commit. I'm hoping to Bullet Seed farm down because they have a shield. That's why I'm not throwing my move. They take us out, and now I pray for the punch down. Bang! Shadow Poliwrath, I told you, it punches through everything. It could be a ghost, it could be a steel, it could be another water type. Shadow Poliwrath is punching through, and we're getting the win. You thought this was gonna be deja vu? No, I learned my mistake, and didn't even need to have my Shadow Poliwrath boosted in order to pull out that dub. So, really fun collection of battles there. Highly recommend the team. As always, or I wouldn't put it on the YouTube channel. Up to you. You want to have a little bit of fun. If not, see the other video I already put out and run the more meta line in the Fossil Cup. Either one of these, you could definitely have a bunch of success. You could see where my elo's at. Legend push, incoming. Thank you as always for watching. That is 2 uploads. The real test on if Battle Bill is back at it with the YouTube content is I'll be away in Mexico for like a week. I really chose fantastic timing to try to upload on YouTube again. It's right around Worlds, so ideally, I'm gonna get out some battles before that and still upload while I'm away. And if I can get out like 2 uploads while I'm gone for that week, you know Battle Bill YouTube content is back in action. And you should drop a subscribe. It doesn't sound right. I'm just used to being on Twitch. I'm sorry. Either way, thanks for watching the video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!